Advice for women under 25 from a woman that is over 25. Never find yourself 100% dependent on a romantic partner. Your menstrual cycle is actually 4 phases, not just 1 or 2. The 4 phases are menstrual, follicular, ovulation, and luteal. Seek therapy or counseling. Everybody needs therapy. Everybody needs therapy. Listen to your cravings, pay attention to them, because it could be your body telling you that you're deficient in something. Avoid using period tracking apps because most of them will sell your information to the government. And with all these laws coming up, girl, your business is your business, okay? Write it down. Remember that aging is a privilege, and you should be happy to do so. Because I don't want to is as good a reason as any for why you don't want to do something. Practice gratitude daily. I know it sounds kind of cliche and corny, but being grateful for the things that you have is a lot better than being disappointed about the things that you don't. Don't let your loneliness push you into the arms of someone that can't love you the way that you deserve. Be open to criticism, okay? No one likes a pretentious person. Stretch, okay? Get that blood flowing. Make sure you're stretching daily. And most importantly, please make sure that you ain't chasing nothing but money in your dreams, okay? If you have any other tidbits for these young 20-somethings, by all means, stitch this video.
And for women in their early 20s, don't be stupid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't get pregnant. All right. Unless he's a millionaire. And don't get married that young. Wait till at least you 25 and up. I flirt in the office with shy boss who likes me. He's supposed to be flirting with you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Eye contact, ma'am. Eye contact always. Let it linger a little longer than it should. And let him always make the first move. All you need to do is a little eye contact. That's a signal to anybody. Look, I see you. You want to see me? You know what to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So just a little bit of eye contact, smile a little bit more, and that's it. Everything else is up to him. Why does it matter if you're poor? If you look good, he gonna spend, man. You telling me you ugly or you telling me you're poor? Which one is it? Because one has nothing to do with the other. I'm poor. How do I get him to spend on me? Look good? You think he's looking at your bank account or your face or your body? He's not looking at your bank account, ma'am. He don't want to sleep with your bank account. You don't want to take your bank account out and plug. You don't want to kiss your bank account. He wants you, ma'am. What you looking like? Do you look ugly? Does he need your money to date you? Like, what is it? You got to pay somebody to date you? Otherwise, what does being poor have to do anything with having a man spend on you? Because you ugly. You poor in looks. Then we might have a problem.
For my 20-somethings, listen up. My love, stop thinking that you need to have it all together. You don't. You are doing just fine. Give it time and keep going. Don't give up. The guy or girl that you're crying over about right now will be a wink in your memory 5 years from now. You'll fall in love again. So dry those tears and wipe those eyes. You'll be okay. Wear sunscreen on your face, on your neck, and on your hands every single day. Your 30, 40, and 50-year-old skin will thank you later. And drink more water and less soda and juice. Work out and take care of your body now because it gets harder as you get older. Trust your intuition. You trust other people more than you trust yourself. Believe what your body, what your nervous system, what your mind is telling you. Follow your gut feeling and stop ignoring it. Listen to your parents or your guardian. They have been there before. You have never been their age, but they have been yours. I promise you, they are not trying to lead you down the wrong direction. Stop trying to please everybody. You want everyone to like you. You don't even like everyone. That people pleasing needs to come to a stop. It's time to be selfish. And stop comparing yourself to some random person on the internet. Or anyone in general for that matter. You don't know what they're doing to get the lifestyle that they have, who they laying up with, who they sleeping with, who they plucking, sucking, bucking with to live the life that they're living. You don't know what sacrifices, good, bad, or indifferent, that they had to endure to have the things that they have. Stop comparing yourself. And be a leader. Lead the group and stop following. We have enough followers. You have enough followers. I don't see too many leaders. If you have any tips for 20-somethings or 30-somethings, drop them in the chat below and follow me for more videos like this.
5 things I wish I knew about relationships when I was in my 20s. First things first, just because a man always comes back to you does not mean he just is so in love with you and you just want to get away. No, men love having access, and a lot of times it's just an ego thing. They just want to make sure they still have access to you. Number two, meeting someone's family really does not hold the weight that it used to back in the day. Like, I feel like back in the 90s or something, maybe meeting somebody's family, it was like a big deal. But sometimes people's family is just cool. Like, some guys really have cool moms, cool dads, and they want to know who their son talking to. It doesn't mean like you're gonna be the wife or you're the one. They're just a cool family. Number three, a man telling you constantly that he wants you to have his baby, he wants y'all to be a family, he can't wait for you to have his first child, is really not the flex that y'all think it was. I feel like when I was younger, it used to be like, oh, he want me to have his baby. You'll be thinking like, you so cute, or something about you that he wants to have a baby. Like, no, some dudes just want to have a BM and have access to you. Like, that's why he said he wants you to have his baby. He said he want to marry you. Number four, and this is a good one, y'all. Never reach out to a female about a dude. Now, I know that might be common sense to some people, but me, I'm a professional like writer. I never be like mean or anything. I be the type of person that would just want to, find out some facts. So I will always come like nice or whatever. But I'll tell you, the one thing about writing females is 9 times out of 10, the girl is never going to give you the details, even though you may think you're a girl's girl and think, hey girl, just let me know, woman to woman. Like, they don't want you to know, because some women just want to feel like they have one up on you or whatever the case may be. Also, let me tell you guys a quick story. Actually, I will never forget, I actually DM'd this girl that I thought was like talking to my ex, and I was trying to figure out how they met each other, because we had broke up like for a very, very short period of time, and I was just going through it. I wrote her and I asked her how did they meet, and she basically told me like how they met, and that basically she gave him her Instagram because she really wasn't interested and she was actually trying to be nice. Then she went to go to my page and she was like, girl, you were so pretty, like I can't believe you would even talk to him, like he's not my type and I didn't even think he would be your type. I was literally so humbled. I was like, okay girl, thanks.
Y'all ever seen that tweet that asks women in their 30s what advice they would give to women in their 20s?
Oh, let's do it. Number 1. Live by yourself first. I don't care if it's a studio, a upstairs, a downstairs, a room. Get you a place that you decorate the way that you want to decorate it, and you go and come as you please. Numero 2. Emotional abuse is just as real and just as traumatizing as physical abuse. Just because someone is not putting their hands on you does not mean they're not abusing you. So if you recognize emotional abuse, leave. Number 3. Don't waver on your deal breakers. I learned this from my best friend, and she was like my therapist. The moment you come across a deal breaker with anybody, leave. Set a boundary and leave, because the deal breaker you settle for will be a thing that you deal with for your entire relationship with that person. So if you got a deal breaker and somebody hit that threshold, or you notice major red flags, leave. Number 4, never settle. Because settle for what? Life is way too short to be settling for mediocre. Number 5, please say this one with me. You deserve to be taken care of. Emotionally, physically, and financially. Dating someone and expecting security does not mean that you are losing your independence. You can still be independent and have a man that takes care of you and provides security. That's what makes him zaddy. Number 6, book that trip. Get that passport. Spend that money. Get you a good group of girlfriends and travel. And do it while you're young and while you got good knees. So you can do a lot of walking, a lot of climbing, zip lining, hiking, exploring. Nobody want to wait until they get all old and tired to travel the world. Spend that money. Book that trip. Number 7, make sure he knows where your clitoris is. If he don't know where your clitorina is, he don't care anything about you, and that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Because knowing where a clitorina is, I feel, is just basic knowledge of liking a woman.
Move at your own pace. That doesn't mean sit on your booty and do nothing. I'm not saying that. For example, I took a semester off of school because I got pregnant at 19. All of my peers will be graduating next year. Am I beating myself up about that, or comparing myself to them, or trying to compete and hurry up and finish my classes on time because a majority of them will be graduating next year? I don't even know if all of them are still in college, or if they decided to take a semester off, or if they even decided to go to college. Whatever time clock is in your head that's telling you to hurry up, move at your own God-ordained pace. Next thing you know, you'll be trying to do things too fast, and God's not done working something in you. Do not let anybody pressure you into moving faster than what you need, especially if you're healing or if you're genuinely not okay. I give this advice with a grain of salt, because sometimes maybe you are taking too long to do something. Maybe you do need to go do what you gotta do, because you take it too long or you're being lazy. But I'm talking to the person who is doing entirely too much and trying to force themselves into a season of grinding and hustling and getting things done fast when God's calling you to rest. Body's really telling you to slow down. Your mental health is really telling you to slow down. Everything around you is telling you to slow down. This is a moment in your life where your discernment is pivotal. Like, your ability to know whether or not something is for you and whether or not it's in alignment with what God has planned for you. You're entering your 20s, you're building your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Like, this time of your life is so crucial. And discernment is the ability to think of things biblically. It is the ability to be able to go to God and ask him, hey, is this the job that you want me to go to? Is this the person that you want me to be with? Being able to listen to the Holy Spirit, pick up on the Holy Spirit's nudges and motions. People are throwing all types of advice and telling you all types of things that you should do with your life right now, what you should be doing in your 20s, just like me. You know what I mean? But that's why it's important to have discernment, to know what is for you and what's not for you. And you get discernment by praying. Don't settle. This is not the time of your life to be settling somewhere or staying somewhere that you're not happy. You're in your freaking 20s. You're young. You're about to be a young adult. This is not the time for you to be sticking stuff out. This is not the time for you to be sticking out a relationship. This is not the time for you to be sticking out a bad school that's not making you happy. This is not the time to be sticking out, a bad job. We're young. You're supposed to be figuring out what you like, what you don't like. You're supposed to be happy, wise. Obviously, you don't want to be jumping from place to place, without any wisdom. But at the same time, how are you going to know what's for you if you keep staying somewhere because you don't want to go through change, or you don't want to go through the work of transitioning to a different place or a different job or a different school, or breaking up with that person and dating and actually courting? This is not the time for you to be sticking stuff out. It's not. Get up and go. Obviously, you should be doing all these things with wisdom, making these decisions, or getting up and going, or not settling, with a plan and being smart. Like, I'm not just encouraging you to just, throw yourself out there. No, be smart about it. Don't settle, but be smart about how you're going to move, especially if you're not happy, because you don't want to dig yourself into a deeper hole. Feel me? Settling is something that I've definitely have struggled with. I almost settled, freaking 19, thinking that, trying to convince myself to stay in a relationship just because I had a baby with the person. Start the process of not settling. Start looking at new places, or start looking at new schools, or start detaching yourself from that person that is not good for you. Start distancing yourself from that friend, or have a conversation. Don't drag me. I know I still do my makeup like we're in 2016. That bring back 2016 makeup, because girl, all that blush on your cheeks, I feel like that only looks good on camera. I hope you guys like this video. Bye guys.
Advice for women under 25 from a woman that is over 25. Get comfortable with yourself, okay? You should be able to find comfort in your body and comfort in your own solitude. You should find comfort in your thoughts. Don't be one of those people that are so uncomfortable with themselves that they reach and try to find comfort in other people, because you'll never find it. And it's really, really not fair to the people that you're reaching out to, because you're not loving them for them. You're loving them for you. Which is shitty. You could spend the rest of your days looking for love and acceptance and comfort from everywhere else, when really it's been inside of you this entire time. There is such power in being comfortable with yourself. There's so much love that comes with being comfortable with yourself. The more you love yourself, the less you'll find that you accept the bare minimum in relationships, platonic, romantic, or otherwise. And baby, you need to be comfortable with your own company, because you're the only person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Knowing how to be solitary is essential to the art of loving. When we can be alone, we can be with others without using them as a means for escape. Bell hooks. If you have any other tidbits for these young 20-somethings, by all means, stitch this video.